What's going on, Jerome's? So, of course, the stupid, idiotic talking points of the last couple weeks has been, oh, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, 41-year-old bird bones, Bo Neva, hasn't been good since 2021, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he's the missing piece for the Minnesota Vikings to win the Super Bowl. Oh, here he is. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Even though people fail to realize, like, hey, remember Rodgers in the playoffs for the last couple years for the Packers when Packers fans want him gone? Hey, remember that the last time he allegedly went to one Super Bowl and won one Super Bowl was when the iPhone 4 was released? Anyone remember that? But no, all of a sudden, the guy who rejected a similar offense to Kevin O'Connell with Matt LaFleur in Green Bay, and the guy who was pushed out of town by the Packers after 2022 season, the guy who basically, how do you ruin the Jets? You know what I mean? And also the quarterback who the Jets are taking $49 million dead on the cap to get rid of. And all of a sudden, you want a quarterback that the Jets didn't even want. The freaking Jets didn't even want Aaron Rodgers. They're like, oh, here we go. He's the guy. It's just like, it's frustrating. It felt like you were arguing with a brick wall. 2020, 2021, alleged MVP Aaron Rodgers is not walking through that dough. But it just felt frustrating because the Vikings could just quash all of this at any point in time. They could just leak info to insiders that you trust and just go from there. And it was so funny, too, just watching the song of dance of The Athletic. Clearly carrying the water for Aaron Rodgers' agent. Just like, oh, the Vikings could be in. Oh, the Steelers and the Giants should up their bids. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's 50-50. It's ridiculous. And guess what? No one's going to care in like 2 seconds. Because that's what happens. And that I understand that's part of the game, but the Athletic got used, man. There's a reason why all of this Vikings Rodgers nonsense came from one outlet, because that's the outlet that the agent needed favors from. That's what happens, man. But it's just so frustrating that how come the Vikings can't just say, no, we don't want no scrubs. Rodgers is a guy that can't get no love from us because we're ready for a Super Bowl run, and this is JJ McCarthy's team. Finally. Frickin' finally. Peliserro. The Vikings have rejected multiple trade calls on JJ McCarthy, telling other teams they're moving forward with him as their quarterback, sources say. The team plans to add a veteran, but they're not pursuing Aaron Rodgers at this time. McCarthy also enters the offseason quarterback one. Now that I just read that, I read that in the Spielman voice. We are not trading Percy Harvin at this time. Shut up. Nah. But finally, it ended. Now, I think what happened is that Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell, like, now you're going to hear reports in retrospect like, oh, yeah, the Vikings considered Rodgers. Yeah, here's what considering Rodgers looks like. Hey, you want to trade JJ McCarthy and sign 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers? No. End scene. I'm sure that's what it was. And I want to say, like, Kwesi, Kevin O'Connell, and probably JJ McCarthy because he's always at the facility, even in the offseason. I bet dollars to donuts that they were just chortling at all this news. Hey, Rodgers is going to be the guy. Hey, Rodgers. It didn't make any sense. Peliserro also talked about on NFL Network and on KFan that JJ McCarthy, the knee is fully healthy. He's back at his playing weight. Daniel Jones, they did have an offer on the table, except they pulled it when Jones was leaning towards the Colts. And also the Vikings are looking to add a veteran backup quarterback, either for agency and or trade. So we'll see. I don't think that completely rules out Kirk Cousins, but of course the Vikings aren't going to be paying the bulk of that salary. And also, the Vikings obviously aren't going to be trading a third-round pick, but we'll see. There's going to be options, but the main thing is that JJ McCarthy is obviously quarterback one. Now, what a novel freaking concept, right? So, hey, the guy who is fully healthy, who's had a full year now in your offense getting virtual reps with that stupid headset. And hey, that guy that you drafted number 10, that you traded up to go get, the guy that you said multiple times is your future franchise quarterback, the guy whose rookie contract has allowed you to build the freaking Avengers this offseason and free agency. Yeah, that guy. He's your quarterback one. Oh, Riri. And again, it's just, you could say that the Athletic like sold out their credibility, except there literally is no credibility anymore in sports media. Like, no one cares. Like, literally, it's so funny. It's ridiculous. Also, I will say this. All right, so Alec Lewis, the Athletic local beat writer for the Vikings, he was actually inferring this yesterday. of the Vikings rolling with McCarthy. He's fully healthy, good to go. And I understand that he had to stand with his brethren at the Athletic, but he never fully leaned into it because I think that he knew. I think that Alec Lewis knew that, no. But either way, still respect the hell out of Alec Lewis. He's good to go, man. But yeah, JJ McCarthy, he's the guy. Aaron Rodgers probably in a cave right now smoking crack. As soon as he finds out about this news in about a month via Pony Express, like he's going to be sad, but sort of is what it is. And like I said, football wise on the field, it made zero sense. It made absolutely none. But basically it was just like, hey, do you want to be the backup to Aaron Rodgers? JJ McCarthy, nah, I'm gonna stay quarterback one. There you go. And again, this connection. If Kevin O'Connell had gone with Rodgers, like how would JJ McCarthy or the fan base ever trust him again? It's just like, hey, I'm fully healthy. You guys drafted me to be quarterback one. I looked really good in training camp and preseason last year, which is the only sample size that we have. And now you built this glorious team around me, and now it's my time. Now we're going to go with the octogenarian Boniva. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's okay. I know that some Vikings fans really got into the whole Rodgers thing, but I feel like it was misguided because, again, you are not getting 31-year-old Aaron Rodgers. You're not even getting 36-year-old Aaron Rodgers. You're getting 41 to be 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who doesn't have outside the numbers velocity on his ball ever since he shredded his Achilles a couple years ago. Like, it just wasn't going to be that guy, but it's okay. At least you have a quarterback that doesn't have a long memory. At least you have a quarterback that doesn't take things personally. At least you have a quarterback that is just going to completely forget that you wanted to replace him with Aaron Rodgers. You wanted to replace him with a corpse. He's basically a cadaver. Cadaver at QB. No, nonsense. But, hey, JJ McCarthy's team. And I know I've basically pushed all my chips in the middle with JJ McCarthy. So, basically, me, Thor Nystrom, Tom Brady, Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi. If JJ McCarthy's not good, we're going to have to eat a lot of poop. Because we're all in. Hail to the JJ. But we'll see. Either way, this is fantastic news. Now, all the speculation, all the ridiculousness can just go to the side, right? And it was so weird because if you watch the channel for a while, you know that I'm not afraid to extend out content. You know what I mean? Make a meal out of it. But this is just ridiculous because there was no basis in truth, right? And it wouldn't shock me if it comes out eventually. It's like the Vikings' interest was like a conversation. Yeah, no. Or it'll come out that the Vikings had zero interest the entire time. Well, why didn't the Vikings come out and say no? They didn't have to. I mean, it's not on them to prove or disprove insiders being used by agents like sock puppets otherwise. It's ridiculous, man. Anyways, JJ McCarthy show. Rodgers is gone. He gone. Let us know. Comment section. You guys are the best. Subscribe. Venmo. Blah, blah, blah. Production value.